Hello my angling friends, and welcome back to the channel. Your friendly fishing expert is here, and today we're diving deep into the forecast for a fascinating day on the water. Saturday, the 17th of January, 2026. Now many might think mid-January in the United Kingdom means hanging up your rods, but I'm here to tell you with the right approach, this day could hold some excellent surprises. Today we're going to unlock the secrets of winter fishing, understand why the fish behave as they do, and get you ready for a truly special day by the water. Get ready to cast aside those winter blues and embrace the chill, because we're going to learn how to make the most of what this day offers. Let's talk tactics for some of our favorite winter warriors. For this chilly mid-January day, we'll focus on species that truly shine in colder conditions, namely pike, perch, and our trusty coarse fish like roach and chub. First up, the mighty pike. These predators are still very much on the hunt, even when temperatures drop. On a day like the 17th of January, with water temperatures hovering between 6 and 10 degrees Celsius, pike will often retreat to deeper, slightly more stable areas. Look for them along the edges of drop-offs in the deeper stretches of rivers and canals, or near any submerged features like old weed beds or fallen trees that offer both cover and an ambush point. My go-to for winter pike is often dead baiting, a small, fresh, dead roach or smelt, fished static on the bottom or under a float in those deeper pockets, can be incredibly effective. For those who prefer lures, a slowly retrieved soft plastic, perhaps in a fluoro-orange color, worked along the bottom or jigged gently, can often tempt a lethargic pike to strike. Remember, slow and steady wins the race in cold water. Next, the feisty perch. These striped beauties remain active through the winter and are a fantastic target. Much like pike, perch will shoal up tightly in deeper areas to conserve energy and find warmer water. Think about fishing deeper margins, the bottom of sudden shelves, or even around bridge pillars and other structures in canals and larger rivers. Light tackle is key for perch, a small jig head with a tiny, soft plastic, worked with a subtle lift and drop action, can be deadly. Small spinners can also work if the perch are a bit more active. For bait anglers, a small bunch of maggots, a worm section, or a single caster fished on a light float or a drop-shot rig will often get a bite. Look for those subtle taps rather than aggressive takes. Winter perch can be very finicky. Finally, let's not forget the humble roach and chub. These coarse fish can provide fantastic sport on a cold day, provided you adapt your approach. They'll be shoaled up, often in the deeper, slower-moving stretches of rivers or in the deeper areas of still waters. The key here is minimal bait and presentation. Overfeeding will kill your chances. For roach, bread punch is a phenomenal winter bait. A small piece on a fine hook fished over a tiny cloud of liquidized bread can draw them in without filling them up. For chub, you'll find them in similar deeper, slacker water, often near cover. Trotting maggots or casters on a stick float, or even a small piece of cheese paste on the bottom, can entice a bite. Remember, fish delicately and patiently, their bites will be shy. Now for the nitty-gritty, the theoretical base that underpins our forecast. Weather-wise, for the 17th of January 2026, the United Kingdom is looking at a generally cold day. Temperatures across the country will range from around 0 to 5 degrees Celsius or 32 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit. We're expecting light winds, mostly from the northeast, at around 2 to 6 miles per hour. There's a chance of some very light precipitation, perhaps a drizzle or even a bit of rain and snow mixed, especially in areas like Dumfries and Galloway. This means fairly stable, albeit cold, conditions. Atmospheric pressure appears to be generally low, which can sometimes make fish a bit more reluctant, but the stability is a plus. Water temperatures will be quite low, as expected for mid-January. Sea temperatures around the UK coast are typically at their coldest, ranging from 6 to 10 degrees Celsius. Freshwater bodies will likely be in a similar or slightly colder range. In these frigid conditions, fish are cold-blooded, and their metabolism slows right down. This means they feed less frequently and move less, retreating to deeper areas where temperatures are often slightly more stable. As for the moon phase, on the 17th of January 2026, we are in a waning crescent phase, with the moon being only about 1 to 2% illuminated. This phase is very close to the new moon, which historically is considered a less active time for fishing by some anglers. However, in winter, other factors like stable pressure and water temperature often outweigh the lunar influence, especially when targeting less light-sensitive species. Overall, fish activity will be subdued due to the cold water. Fish will be conserving energy and tend to be shoaled tightly in specific areas, mainly deeper spots. Pike and perch are certainly the best bets for active predators, while roach and chub will require a very subtle approach. Carp will be largely inactive. So, my friends, considering all these factors, I'd give the overall bite for the 17th of January a solid, capricious to good. It's not going to be easy, but for those who understand the conditions and adapt their tactics, it will be incredibly rewarding. The stable, cold weather and light winds are favorable, but the low water temperature means fish will be lethargic and concentrated. Finding those deeper spots where fish are shoaled up will be the key to success. There you have it, fellow anglers. A detailed look at the fishing prospects for the 17th of January 2026. I wish you all the very best of luck on the banks, tight lines, and may you have no tails and no scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips and predictions, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single cast. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to winter baits and what species are you hoping to tempt this January? I love hearing your stories and insights.